So you may think that this video is when you are smitten with a guy or if you broke up with someone and you just can't get over him. You're constantly thinking about them. But I'm talking about when you're dating seriously or in a relationship. Yes, you can be obsessed with someone who you're dating or in a serious relationship with. You may be wondering, how can you be obsessed with someone who you're dating or in a serious relationship with? I'll be right back and let you know to stop obsessing over your men and do this. Hi, my name is Coach Nadine, Head of Curriculum Development here at Black Swan Relationship Academy, and your highly sensitive coach. So it took me some time to even want to talk about this topic because when we hear about obsession or think of the word obsession, it has that negative connotation. We may imagine us looking at our phones over and over and over again when we don't get a response from our men, or have those images of women stalking or following their men. No, this is not what we recommend here at Black Swan, but let's be truthful. Those images may relate to obsession. You may ask, do we as women obsess over a partner in a relationship, and how does that happen? We can obsess over a partner in so many ways in a relationship, and this obsession can creep up on us, women, without us knowing. The attributes and characters that may attract the man to us get lost in a relationship because we've become too comfortable or we allow our standards and boundaries to slip. If you're wondering about standards and boundaries, we have various videos that Changi and the other coaches have done on our channel. So please check that out.
Simple steps to join Black Swan community. Download the Black Swan app from either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Launch the app and tap on register. Put in your valid information, then tap and continue. Put in the verification code sent to your email to authenticate your account. Then log into your account. Be sure to accept all permissions displayed at installation stage to enjoy all the cool features in the app. You can now enjoy a community of high-value women with support from coaches and trainers. Book calls with coaches, chat, post, and interact with the community. Enjoy!
So how obsession looks when you're in a relationship? Obsession in a relationship looks different. The same as if you were not in a relationship. In a relationship, you may get too comfortable with who you and him are. The way he first got your attention may start slipping, such as talking, taking you out on dates, courting you, messaging you good morning beautiful and good night my love, or the core needs that seal the deal for you to make you and him want to get in an exclusive relationship. You yourself may start getting too comfortable. You may not dress up the way you used to when you first went out with you. So no more makeup, your outfits are not on point, and you're dressing. And again, he may have decided to water down the actions he did for you. For example, he was saying words, but he doesn't implement it by his action. So his promise never occurs. How does comfortable turn into obsession for you? This is how it happens. Ways obsession can happen are in various reasons. You no longer invest in yourself the way you started when you first met. So the hobbies you used to do or the things that you wanted to do for yourself, you stop and now become more invested in your partner and forget about you. You seek validation from him and approval. Your self-esteem is dependent on how he feels about you. But again, you need to remember that he was attracted to you in the beginning. So validation should not be searched for him, but should be just the icing on the cake because you know who you are. You may want to start to control the actions or behaviors of the person to get something you need. This may be by being passive aggressive, having a talk, pleading or stating something, As a wise woman said to me, you're doing low value behavior wrapped up in false standards. So you're forcing him to do something he clearly does not want to do. You may start to want to spend more time with him and become more obsessive of his time, space, and attention. You haven't craved out any time for yourself where you enjoy your own company even though you're in a relationship. You stop respecting each other's personal boundaries. And lastly, when both parties are in the relationship, you get too comfortable. So what ends up happening is that the standards and boundaries you may have started with you start lowering it or letting it slide. The man you're seeing also may start slipping because both of you may now have allowed the standards and boundaries to slip. And you may try to control how the relationship occurs to get back to the relationship where it was. You may obsess over it. So obsession can also look in the form of control. Instead of staying true to your values and standards you allowed yourself to get away with, and let your man get away with it also. And then you try to control how to get it back. So how do you stop becoming obsessive? I guess that you want to know. You first invest time back in yourself again. Do the things you want to do again. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you can't do things for yourself. Do things you enjoy for yourself. Enjoy spending time on your own. Quality time is important with your men, but you also want to remember quality time is important for yourself. Before you met him or where you were in the early stages of a relationship, you were doing things on your own. So being in a relationship amplified what you already have. Try not to get your value or worth from your men. What makes you valuable is how you see yourself. So practice self-love on yourself. When you start practicing self-love on yourself, it radiates the energy that not only your partner will see, but others around you. Yes, it's nice to get "you are beautiful" from your partner, and if your love language is affirmations, then bask in it. But also ensure you're knowing these things about you. Learn that you are loved, worthy, and valued. Continue to take a journey on loving yourself as you are in a relationship, because when you know how to love yourself, you'll know how others love you, and that will help in your relationship. If you're wondering how to do this, we do have the self-care course offered at the Academy. Instead of trying to control the behaviors of your partner, work also on you. You can't control how or force how someone acts or what they do, but you can control how you react to a situation and what you'll do if someone does not act the way you expect. This is by communicating, voicing your expectations, and following through with the consequences if they do not meet your standards. For a long time, I thought if I acted a certain way, someone will do something and put the actions on them. This was either acting like a victim or trying to push them in a corner. Or yes, I'm afraid to admit, but here at Black Swan, we're all about transparency, is I would do some type of manipulation. But something struck me. Instead of obsessing or trying to control what I wanted someone to do, instead I started to control how I'm going to act, how I will respond, and what I'll do without having regrets. It's learning how to be your true, authentic self. You're asking, embracing who you are without apology, because your attention will always move with grace and respect, because you value and love yourself. This is every aspect of your being. This includes anger, sadness, joy, etc. Once you discover this, you become comfortable in your own skin, you trust your own gut, and you have discernment. And for me, you're open to listen to what God shows you and instructs you to do. Learn to enjoy your own company and have your own space, even if you're in a relationship. Just because you're in a relationship, there's a beauty of valuing the time of your own. It enriches your relationship. Understand and respect each other's boundaries. If a boundary is crossed, have a communication regarding this. And establish your boundaries and standards again. Give yourself grace if it slides, but remember, the reason why you both chose each other in the relationship was because he met your needs and vice versa. Once you establish this, watch the data. Two things will occur. Either the man will continue not to meet your standards, or he will. And if he doesn't, instead of obsessing or controlling how the relationship should turn out, stick with your standards and be ready to reevaluate the relationship and make the appropriate decision. Your obsession should be more of how you regain your values back and see what you're worthy of. So next time you may feel you're obsessing in the relationship, try some of these tips If you want to discuss further about this or any other dating or relationship concerns, book a call with me. If anything has resonated in this video, please leave a comment. Until next time, I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you going to start practicing right away? Those 3 things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look, and I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all of your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.